resources, with all the objects. Suppose you have proper relationships, nothing is a problem. Where do our stress come from is what? Not with either objects or with the body or mind. It is what?
Our relationship with it.
Our relationship with it. That's where everything becomes a mess. So here it is changing our relationship with it. Okay? So this is asakti, beautiful value. Now, the next one is kind of connected, and this is what Anupa said. Up to now, we saw it with objects and ourselves, body and mind. The next one which follows is what? Your relationship with everybody else. Okay. Anabhishwangaha putra dara grihadishu. Who wants to read Anupa in
Abhishwanga is the kind of intense attachment or affection you feel for what is particularly beloved, such as a son, putra, wife, dara, or house, graha, and so on. Adi, all other similar people and things dear to you. Abhishwanga can be defined as ati sneha. Sneha has a literal meaning of viscous and spiritual meaning of affection. Ati means excessive. So Abhishwanga is ati sneha, an excessive affection. The article an added makes the word negative. So here, Anabhishwanga means the absence of excessive attachment for those people or things that are generally considered very dear. Putra dara grahadi. Essentially, Anabhishwanga here is the sense of a value, means dispassionate caring. Lord Krishna is not counseling abandonment of care or affection for family, but is calling for objectivity in that care. In the discussion of the attitude of asakti, absence of the notion of ownership, we saw that we cannot have a special total claim on any person or thing. In the understanding born of asakti, freedom from ownership, we will have anabhishwanga, lack of excessive attachment towards family. However, it does not mean lack of care. It means care and affection with dispassion.
Okay. So now you have seen how it has moved from the objects outside and your body and mind to people around you. Okay? So that means you have come to this world and you are given all of this. Where is the duster?
It's on the board.
Oh, it's on the board.
No. Someone has to take my phone is dead actually.
Yeah, you want to make for the ones who are watching.
Anyway, nobody understands my
Today is
handwriting, and I'm just scribbling.
Your pen is too much
Make it a little, make it a little bigger.
But I think I'm right.
It is too much sound.
Nobody
No,
understands.
Don't go so close.
See, I think when you're in the
Come from
class,
here.
because while I'm
It's fine.
Yeah, very light.
speaking, very light.
It's okay, it's okay. Make it a little smaller, take another picture.
Make it smaller.
Yeah, so you get the whole thing. Not?
I've got the whole thing.
If you zoom it will
Yeah, okay, do that. So take 2-3 pictures. I always do that. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Send it down. That's okay.
Really?
I'm going to be that last one.
Send it to me. Then she puts it.
See, that means when we came to the world, what the world was given, the objects in the world were given, your body and mind were given, and also what?
Certain
People,
relationships.
relationships are given. All this is given. Either you can enjoy all of this, or you make a mess of all of them. This is really something. It's interesting, right? So that means in the world, this is why we don't use, I never use this word. It is such a common thing. Material world. Hey, world is what it is. Why are you giving it a name as though it's something bad? It's not bad. There's beautiful things, lovely things out there. It's your relationship with things which actually create a problem, not things as such. Right? So that means even to call names to the world is actually not appropriate. Why is it not appropriate? The world has to have variety. If everybody was just one, world would be so boring. The world has to have artists, the world has to have the scientists, the world has to have architects, the world has to have people who are fun-loving, people who are extremely serious. You need a world of variety. It's wonderful, and the variety is a for celebration. It's not for to say, oh, this is bad or I don't have. So this is what we call the world. The objects. You can decide what objects attract you, what objects don't attract you. And objects are what they are, right? Your body and mind. That also is something which is given to you. You need not make it a source of complex for yourself, or either superiority or inferiority, both, right? And also the relationships. So that means we lose perspective with reference to the world, with objects in it, with our own body and mind. And what happens to our mental loads? Plus, we complicate it even further. Our relationships become complicated. So why do they become complicated? Again, see, generally what happens is people who are far away, you can handle. The people who are close to you are the greatest source of pain sometimes, right? So what are the different reasons why they are source of pain? Do you think you own them? Excellent. The main thing is your sense of ownership.
I don't remember that.
From the sense of ownership comes what? All the further distortions of control. Right? Expectation actually is not bad. Right? Why is it not bad? Because you do expect for example, your son to do well. You do expect your son to be a good human being. And that will actually allow you to kind of mold his life. So that's not bad. Please don't think that expectations are bad. But then as a result of this expectation, what begins to happen is we begin to control. So that means everything has to happen exactly as I expect. Then it crosses that healthy line of a certain sense of, I have a responsibility towards this person and I do need to contribute to that person's life and I do have some expectations of what So that means this control. One of the biggest problems in relationships.
Just unhealthy ownership.
Unhealthy ownership, exactly. Unhealthy ownership means you have pre-decided what is so-called success. You have pre-decided what I want that person to be. And when that person doesn't fit into your picture, it begins to be difficult. What the conflict start.
You mentioned 4 points.
Yes.
All are very important.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my nature is also give preference 1, 2, 3 for order of importance, and I'm not able to do that.
Sorry.
I always like, you give me 4 points, I try to say,
Okay.
okay, this is the most important, this is the second most, this is the third, and the fourth. Always like to give order of preference or importance.
Yeah.
These 4 points, I can't make that decision right now. All are
In fact, all are important. Absolutely. Because your whole life, you can't avoid objects. You can't avoid people. You can't avoid your body and mind. And you can't avoid the relationships. You can't. And what has happened is we have lost perspective with reference to each one of them. And that's why it's incredible.
So I missed the first part. What are the 4 points? Because I can't read that.
World, object, body, mind, and relationships.
Relationships with others.
You read Tamil?
What happened to you?
You know, there's a book
Word,
called
object, body and
Pains.
relationship. Now I was telling her she can read Tamil.
This is Tamil.
I can see it now.
No, it's now you can see.
Yeah.
You see, so now I'm not only teaching you values and
Languages also.
languages also. Yeah, what Namu?
There's a book called Parents Who Love Too Much, and it's about like overprotecting and
Helicopter parent.
yeah, and they actually ruin the children because they think they're giving lots of like protection, love, etc., but they're not preparing them for the real world.
I should read that.
This is really
We all
see
should.
so many examples.
We all should.
This is see this absolutely. This is a very nice
Providing is equal to
What
this.
I want to say
Why
is
should you want to?
Yeah.
okay.
That
This is very nice. This is a very, very, very critical thing, this overprotection, right? Because as you love somebody, you want to guard, you want to guard that person,
Possessive.
to whatever the world, what it has to sorrows, fears, and all of that. But really, in nobody's journey, it's not possible. It's not possible. So therefore, instead of protecting, you have to give them what? Capacity to deal with it. The tools to deal with it. Otherwise, you create, this.
Isn't
This is
creating
exactly.
own journey.
See, lovely example of Gautam Buddha. What the father was when he was born. Father went to the astrologer, and the astrologer said, "This is a great person. Either he will become the greatest king, or he will become a person who's given up everything and he'll become." So now, father, he himself was a king. He wanted absolutely his son to be the king and not to be this kind of a person who renounces everything. So overprotection. Overprotection means he was never exposed to
Outside.
any suffering. He was not exposed to any discomfort. He was not exposed to any sadness, fear, nothing. He was totally protected. What happened? This is a symbolic story, right? It's a symbolic story. Because then he goes one day for a small little ride. And in this ride, life presents itself.
Normal life.
Normal life
Yeah.
presents. He sees an old lady. He sees somebody who has disease. He sees somebody who is dying. He can't handle it. His capacity, some resilience to deal with things is it disturbs him so much that. So what the father was trying to do is what? To protect. What ended up, this is not the story. The story is that he leaves everything and it becomes an enlightened person. That's not what I want to say. But what it actually did is, in this particular part of the story, is what rendered him incapable. The resilience towards situations and towards difficulties is so low. So you don't want to create this monster. You think
just a little story. Even in BWC, so we had this people from all different countries, right? So I had a Norwegian friend who we went to Vietnam on an economics field trip. And it was the first time she'd been to a developing country. There are beggars and homeless people and everything. She didn't stop crying for 4 days. She just cried and cried and cried. And we were like, what is wrong with you? She's like, how can you bear to see it? How do you live in it? And I said, if you came to India, what will happen to you? And because Vietnam is still a little bit, not
better.
so much in your face as it is in India. And she was like, I don't know if I could do it. I would just give away all my money to them. And I said, but they would squander it in one way because they wouldn't know how to deal with it either. But it was just that complete, she'd never seen it before. She didn't know. And she's like, am I happy? She couldn't understand that these little kids who had nothing on the road were happy. So these things just because of that was not protection by design on the part of her parents. It's just how life was for her. But just certain lack of exposure to different situations also causes you distorted
Like,
in your
you go to
reaction.
Vietnam and like, oh, this is also. These guys are loaded. Look at our beggars. Yeah. It's like first world.
But it's a
don't
how
own anything now.
they need to learn how to
We
be
can step on anyone's law,
because
as long as you
the
don't-
reality of the world is
Go.
nobody can
It's a-
avoid pain. Nobody can avoid.
But really, how do you know where that line is? It's a very tough
See,
one.
it's a very how we how I'll give you an example. See, the line is actually there is no real line, but the line is in the truth. I'll give you an example, really. So this is a good example of this protection. So at IIM, I think I've told this story, right? This a CEO of this Mindtree, which is a big this IT, I don't know. So he was called and he was asked to address this IIM Ahmedabad students. So some of the students asked him this question that what taught you the most? Because they're highly, very intelligent, very successful. So he told this story. He says that my father was an IAS officer. And so we lived in an IAS officer colony. So everybody then was IAS officer. So he says that a lot of other kids had nice fancy toys and motorbikes and these toys. And he says, I never had anything. So he always used to tell his dad that, Dad, buy me this and buy me that and all. So one day the father tells him that, see, this is what we call protection. Generally what happens is you don't tell the child the truth. Why? Because you want to protect the child. So you give some excuse or the other. Sometimes you can give spiritual excuses by saying, oh, these are all material things, they are not important and all that. The child doesn't understand that. Right? The child is, what are you talking? What are you preaching? I don't know what you are saying, right? So this father tells him honestly. He says, this is my salary. This is a fact. And he says, this much money goes in buying food. This much money goes in your education. I really don't have anything left to indulge you with all kinds of toys anymore. This is not, you see what I mean? It's not like where do you draw the line? This is a fact. Where do you stick to realities? Now, the child was he says he was very clever as a child. So he says, you are an IAS officer, everybody else is an IAS officer. So if you can't afford, how is it that everybody else can afford?
You're taking bribes.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Absolutely. So now, see, this is how you develop a child's mind. Otherwise, what happens is, in that giving a wrong reason, you don't develop the child's mind. So that fact makes the child think the second thing. What is the second thing? How can others afford and my father cannot afford? This is what we call developing the thinking processes. So then he says, yeah, I'm an IAS officer, a lot of things go through me. And then they need my signature and I have a choice. Either I can sign and there is I can charge for that signature, or I can stick to this and I can learn to manage within this. So he says, I have chosen the other thing because I want to create a legacy for you. And what is that legacy? Of honesty, of truthfulness, and everything else will come and go and it's fine. You learn to manage. As we are managing, you will also learn to manage. Otherwise, the dependency on this and this is no end to it. And then for that, then you sacrifice, then again you sacrifice, there is no end. This CEO said, after that, I never asked my father second time, give me this, give me that.
That's the better way to do it.
Yeah? Because you're honest, you're clear, you're transparent, and you are just making the person
You're equipping them.
equipping them. Otherwise, we are constantly protecting. You don't want to, how can I explain my financial situation? I have to somehow hide it and
But
provide.
those kids grow up with a distorted reality.
Then it's all, once you start a distorted reality, your distortions
They expand.
expand. And then you lose track. Then you lose track in your own life. Then you're only stuck with burdens. So that means in everything that we do, right, how much do you protect, how much Be as truthful as possible. That is it. And it's simple, it is without distortions, not one distortion this way or that distortion, not spiritual distortion, oh everything is material is not important. Don't give these kind of things, they are fake. Stick to truth. In truth is spirituality. Pretends this way or that way, it takes you off. So that means that the more and more your mind abides in the truth, life becomes easier and easier, and you will really impart the right values, not false values, in one way or the other. Right? So this is something that overprotection is a problem. Control is a problem. All the time people want to control what they want to do. Over dependency is a problem. People have so much, simple things. It's interesting, I love interacting with people because I get insight into the minds of people. It's actually quite interesting, So once I lived in Bangkok and, there was a nice park. So people go there for a walk. So I was saying, I go for a walk sometimes. And this woman, she says, I really would like to go, but I don't end up going. So I said, why don't you go? So she says, I don't have company. Now, yeah, so that means you can't just say, I can't go just alone and walk if I really want to. What kind of imprisonment is this?
Should show that stick figure and say, you don't want to be like this?
The stick. This woman, what's her name? That actress just came up with a phrase which I loved called self-partnership. Because people were asking her why you're not getting married, this, that.
Yeah.
And so she
I
said,
think
at least self-partnership. And
Yeah.
it was so cool.
It's so
Yeah,
cool.
I read something like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's interesting,
What's it?
I was at one of these design one, sometimes. So I have a class. So right after the class, I said, initially, now I don't go because it's crazy. But initially, somebody said, I have a stall, please come. So I said, okay, let's go, let's have it, check it out. Let's look what design one is. I don't have any problem. I was nicely roaming around. Some of my friends saw me. They said, you're alone? So I've done some crime by being alone there. And that didn't even occur to me that I'm just going and looking. So they're like, oh, yeah, come along. I said, yeah, I finished my class and I just wanted to pass